Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some more positive news recently released around Tesla stock and the company. And so this one is actually an absolute game changer in my opinion. This one is all about the production strategies with the Gigafactory in Berlin being constructed right now. And so as we know, the Berlin Gigafactory and the Austin Gigafactory are currently being built right now. The Gigafactory in Berlin is actually seeing so much progress at this point in time. And so, like I said, this is all about once that factory is finally constructed, and of course the production strategies that they will have in that factory once it's all constructed and everything is built. So, as always, if y'all do enjoy these Tesla news videos, please make sure to smash that like button. But just referencing this news piece and why the production strategies are important in terms of Tesla stock value, of course, as we know, this EV transition is occurring right now, and it's getting expedited further and further as Tesla expands production, scales their business, and of course other EV companies at this point in time are simply just trying to keep up with Tesla, copy Tesla, do anything they can just to battle for that second place. Even though they're trying to get first place, at this point Tesla is set up to dominate, and this video just once again proves that further. With this news all being about the production strategies, we understand that the more Teslas Tesla is able to produce every year, then that furthers the distance between Tesla and the rest of the competition, not only in terms of just production every year, but also in terms of especially the full self-driving technology. The more people we have driving on the road in the future with Teslas and gathering data to train that neural net for the full self-driving AI, then that furthers the data lead that Tesla has compared to every other full self-driving company out there. And so as we know, the autonomy section of Tesla's business plays a huge role in potential price targets for Tesla in the future, and of course driving the stock price further. Even ARK Invest has different price targets based off of different scenarios, and the really high price targets like $22,000, their golden goose scenario, does involve the idea of Tesla launching its autonomy service and capitalizing on that market. So autonomy plays a big role in the future share price of this company, and that's why I think news pieces like the one I will be mentioning today is so important. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this news piece for today, noting some potential production strategies for the Berlin Gigafactory, and then I'll expand on it a little bit further once we check out this article and look at a few different tweets of information. So first off, this is an article from Tasmanian and author Eva Fox. So as always, thank you for highlighting this information for us Tesla fans out there. But the article is titled Tesla Giga Berlin to have 8 gigapresses for next level manufacturing. And so just to go straight to the source, that article does link these tweets, which provides pretty much all the information we need about this news piece. So this is from the Twitter account GF4Tesla. It's basically all about the Gigafactory 4, which is Giga Berlin, and the progress that they're making right now. So I definitely recommend checking out that account if you are interested in the progress so far and just general news pieces about this factory for Tesla. And so this states hashtag Giga Berlin. Here's a schematic representation of the individual areas of Giga Berlin, superimposed by Toby, and it tags the Twitter account Tobias Lind. So much credit to this person as well. Both of these accounts are reasons to why we have this news piece today, and especially Tobias gives a ton of valuable information about the progress of this factory and some of the things that we could be seeing that will help expedite production. So I definitely recommend checking out both of these Twitter accounts, and it says thank you Toby for all the effort you make again and again. And so these do include a few images of like the different sections of this Gigafactory, and the one that I want to focus on today is the casting section. So as you can see, this is an image with some graphics added showing like a visual representation of the different sections of this factory, and the one that we want to focus on is this light blue section that says casting. And so I just want to show this image because it is important, and there was a question in the next tweet about why this casting section is so big, and this is where we really get into the valuable information about today's news piece. And so as I said, there was that question about that section in which they asked these two Twitter accounts, has anyone spoken about that giant area for casting? Isn't it surprising? And so Tobias responds with some big information stating there will be 8 big casting machines, and he also states they also seem to be bigger than the Gigapress described at Wikipedia. And so with this tweet, he includes a blueprint showing the locations of these 8 casting machines. So what you see right here, it says the Druckus machine, and it says that all across the line right here. So these are 4 casting machines right on the top. So right here, right here, right here, and right here. And then you also have these 4 at the bottom as well that kind of mirror the locations above. So you have a casting machine here, 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 and here again as well. So these are 8 separate casting machines. And so what I want to emphasize with this information is that not only are we seeing a tremendous amount of casting machines for producing these Teslas, but also especially if we're talking about a Gigapress casting machine. As we know, we already have that discussion of the Gigapress in Fremont, which is able to basically turn 70 parts into one, therefore increasing productivity greatly. And so we've heard this discussion in the past with Elon Musk talking about how the factories themselves are basically Tesla products as well. And he's referenced the analogy of factories being viewed as circuit boards in which efficiencies and things like that can be improved on. And he stated in the past that factory efficiencies can be improved by 1,000% and possibly up to 10,000%. So like I said, you have that circuit board analogy, and they view their factories as a product in which they can continue to innovate and develop more efficient machinery for the assembly lines to therefore expedite production and ramp it up even more. And so like I said, this is hugely valuable information, especially with this new Giga Berlin factory being created. And so Tesla actually learned a lot from the creation of their Shanghai Gigafactory. They tried a lot of different new things to the factory that actually helped increase production greatly. So we can already infer from that Tesla is learning a lot from the Shanghai Gigafactory and the other things that they've been able to do over time with previous factories to improve the efficiencies of production. And so this article that I was just discussing earlier just highlights these 8 presses that were shown in this tweet by Tobias. And so just noting some important quotes from this article, it does note a recent statement by CEO Elon Musk when he was emphasizing some new things with the Model Y in Germany. So in this quote, he stated, "There's a bunch of innovative stuff that we will be doing here that we will tell you all about in the future. It's not just a copy of Model Y. It's actually a radical redesign of the core technology of building a car." And then once again, another statement says, "It is going to be the first time that there will be a transformation of the core structural design of the vehicle. It's quite a big thing." And so I find these quotes very valuable because, of course, as we know, regardless of those quotes and just about the information that we recently discussed, 8 gigapresses in Berlin would be a game changer compared to what we've seen previously. That would show us production that we've never really seen before with Tesla, and I don't really think people understand how much this could benefit the company in terms of just getting up those production and delivery numbers every year, especially when we already have a lot of excitement about just one gigapress in the Fremont factory in California. So keep in mind, like I said, this brings down 70 parts all the way to 1 just because of the gigapress. And so like I said, this increases this factory efficiency that Elon Musk has referenced previously. And when it comes to scaling this company and increasing production, actually addressing factory efficiencies is what could play a huge role in meeting demand and scaling this business further. I don't really think people understand how huge this is, especially with the news of Giga Berlin having possibly 8 of these, which could really just ramp up production, like I said, like we've never really seen before. And so you all know how excited I get about the Shanghai Gigafactory and them expanding onto phase 2 for early 2021 for the Model Y. Most of you all know how excited I get just talking about how they've managed to improve factory efficiencies and just improve the amount of vehicles that they can pump out every single day in that factory, and that they're also high quality as well. It just gets me excited talking about that because just the idea of improving efficiencies is something that we've never really seen legacy automakers focus on much before. It's not really something that your typical automaker or typical company focuses on, whereas just the idea of utilizing your time in a better way and just coming to these shorter, simple solutions actually like makes me really excited. I'm kind of like one of these people where I don't like to waste any time. I want to do something in the most efficient way possible, and if it means that I have to cut corners, as long as I come out with the same result and it works out well, then I'm completely okay with that when it saves time. And so I commonly see myself for this ideology when like my dad is trying to do something, or like when he's trying to get something done around the house. And so when I see him doing something that is taking longer than I think it should, I'm just like, Dad, dude, just take a look at this. All you have to do is this right here and it's done. So in some situations, of course, not all aspects of my life, but I really enjoy the idea of efficiency, doing things as fast as possible in the most efficient way. And so that's why I really get excited about like what we're seeing with the Shanghai Gigafactory right now, and especially the possibilities with the Gigafactory in Berlin with possible 8 gigapresses being constructed. And another thing that I really get excited about is how Elon Musk is talking about how there is going to be a radical structural design change with the Model Y, which is something that really interests me because this is once again a company that is willing to innovate, willing to change things greatly, even though it seems like they just started production with the Model Y. So seeing this constant improvement, and of course, even with Tesla's business strategy of not waiting a full year to add innovations, just simply changing it as they figure out the solutions in real time. That's something that really excites me, because when it comes to the success of a company, if they can master this efficiency aspect, then I think it's something where they really have an advantage over every other company, because this is like a mindset that is pretty hard to change, especially when you have like legacy automakers that have been in the business forever and they're used to being complacent and not used to maximizing efficiencies and not used to really innovating things in a notable way. So this is something that really gets me excited, and I think it could honestly change everything in terms of adding so much value to the company when we have models being pumped out and ramped up in this Gigafactory Berlin. So not only could this just change everything in terms of increasing production like we've never seen before, but also when you start to infer and see what this could actually lead to, like I said, that's more people on the road driving Teslas, more data being gathered for Tesla for that full self-driving technology. And so like I said, it widens that gap between Tesla and the rest of the competition. So not only does it just simply increase production, but it plays a huge role in the autonomous sector of Tesla's business as well, and just addressing the fact that Tesla loves to learn from previous projects, such as creating the Shanghai Gigafactory and their efficiencies and things like that. They like to learn from these things and then use that information for what they do in the future. So they've learned a lot from the Shanghai Gigafactory, and they're likely going to transfer that information and that knowledge over to what they're doing with the Berlin Gigafactory. So this definitely gets me excited. So as always, please make sure to smash that like button if you all enjoyed this video. And also, feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, you'll get 2 free stocks if you sign up with my link and deposit $100 into your account. You can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks. So it's basically just nice passive income, free stocks, free money. Just wanted to let you all know about that. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.